Sir? The thin voice of the comm officer interrupted Grievous's pacing. We are being hailed by Integrity, sir. They propose a ceasefire. Dark yellow eyes squinted through the skull mask at the tactical displays. A pause in the combat would allow Invisible Hand's turbolaser batteries to cool and give the engineers a chance to get the gravity generators under control.
Acknowledge receipt of transmission. Stand by to ceasefire.
Standing by, sir. The gunnery officer was still shaking.
Ceasefire.
The lances of energy that had joined the Hand to the Home Fleet Strike Force melted away. Further transmission, sir. It's Integrity's commander. Grievous nodded.
Initiate.
A ghostly image built itself above the bridge's ship-to-ship hologenerator. A young human male of distinctly average height and build, wearing the uniform of a lieutenant commander. The only thing distinctive about his otherwise rather bland features was the calm confidence in his eyes. General Grievous, the young man said briskly, I am Lieutenant Commander Lorth Needa of RSS Integrity. At my request, my superiors have consented to offer you the chance to surrender your ship, sir.
Surrender?
Grievous's vocabulator produced a very credible reproduction of a snort.
Preposterous.
Please give this offer careful deliberation, General, as it will not be repeated. Consider the lives of your crew. Grievous cast an icy glance around his bridge full of craven Neimoidians.
Why should I?
The young man did not look surprised, though he did show a trace of sadness. Is this your reply, then?
Not at all.
Grievous drew himself up. By straightening the angles of his levered joints, he could add half a meter to his already imposing height.
I have a counter-offer. Maintain your ceasefire. Move that Hulk Indomitable out of my way, and withdraw to a minimum range of 50 kilometers until this ship achieves hyperspace jump.
If I may use your word, sir, preposterous.
Tell these superiors of yours that if my demands are not met within 10 minutes, I will personally disembowel Supreme Chancellor Palpatine live on the HoloNet. Am I understood?
The young officer took this without a blink. Ah, the Chancellor is aboard your ship, then?
He is. Your pathetic Jedi so-called heroes have failed. They are dead, and Palpatine remains in my hands.
Ah, the young officer repeated. So you will, of course, allow me to speak with him, to, reassure my superiors that you are not simply, well, to put it charitably, bluffing.
I would not lower myself to lie to the likes of you.
Grievous turned to the comm officer.
Patch in, Count Dooku.
The comm officer stroked his screen, then shook his head. He is not responding, sir. Grievous shook his head disgustedly.
Just show the Chancellor, then. Bring up my quarters on the security screen.
The security officer stroked his own screen and made a choking sound. Sir?
What are you waiting for? Bring it up.
He'd gone as pink as the gunner. Perhaps you should have a look first, sir. The plain urgency in his tone brought Grievous to his side without another word. The general bent over his screen that showed the view inside his quarters and found himself looking at jumbled piles of energy-sheared wreckage surrounding the empty shape of the general's chair. And that looked like it could have been a body, draped in a cape of armor weave. Grievous turned back toward the intership holocom.
The Chancellor is indisposed.
Ah, I see. Grievous suspected that the young officer saw entirely too well.
I assure you,
I do not require your assurance, General. You have the same amount of time you offered us. 10 minutes from now, I will have either your surrender or confirmation that Supreme Chancellor Palpatine is alive, unharmed, and present, or Invisible Hand will be destroyed.
Wait, you can't simply...
10 minutes, General. Needa out. When Grievous turned to the bridge security officer, his mask was blankly expressionless as ever, but he made up for it with the open murder in his voice.
Dooku is dead and the Jedi are loose. They have the Chancellor. Find them and bring them to me.
His armor-plast fingers curled into a fist that crashed down on the security console so hard the entire thing collapsed into a sparking, smoking ruin.
Find them!